First and foremost, giving all honor and praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakudash, bless Yahweh, bless Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Tuwada Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Tuwada Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Tuwada Yahweh Yahweh Shai, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Kialam La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakudash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakahakudash. And shalom to the elect, shalom to hopefully like a shalom to your Akim, supposed to this word in truth and sincerity. Welcome back to another lesson, another video. Okay. This just came to me, through the spirit. If any of you lack anything, what ask, pray. Okay. And what is that you should pray for? Attention span. Okay. Us, being, for us, Jake and Eves, your Israelites, for your so-called Latinos, Native Americans, so-called blacks, we got a short attention span. And what you, the true children of the book, you the Israelites, turn back to true power, Yahweh, Yahushai, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called God of Jesus. But those are not the names, those are titles, and false names are dead. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahushai, being the true name of the Heavenly Son. But going back, pray for attention span. And some them more than others, that's what we lack. Okay? Not being able to stay for, however long a lesson may be, which is nothing wrong to, break it down in increments, 7, 10, 5, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, if you can't sit through that lesson, okay, and you get distracted, that's something to pray upon. So once again, if any of you lack anything, would ask and pray. And what is that you should be asking and praying for? Pray for attention span. Okay? Okay, for you Israelites. Okay? Just coming in. Or, in this wisdom, knowledge, and truth and understanding. Okay? James 1 and 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask power that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given unto him. Whatever it may be, ask and pray. Okay, and you shall receive it. Ask in Yahweh's name, and what you shall receive it, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? In noon and night and morning shall I pray. Anyway, he shall hear my voice, roughly paraphrasing. Roughly paraphrasing, taking the prayer of the saints, roughly paraphrasing. Men ought to always pray. Okay? The prayer of the righteous piercing the clouds. So in anything that you lack, okay, whatever it may be, faith, fear, obeying, anything it may be, okay, a short attention span. James 1 and 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask power that giveth to all men. Ask Yahweh, Yahushai, liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given to him. There are some things that you need to watch that you was on and you left, okay? For whatever it may be, lest it be, important. Okay, I know you Akims were Aquats, we got our own lives and so forth. Okay? No. But lest it be important. But if it be what for entertainment, saying you on a lesson or on a live, whatever it may be, sit down the street preaching, and you swipe away that lesson, that live, and so forth, whatever it may be, okay, by way of the apostles, elders, and bishops, and the sincere brethren on down, okay, if you save it for later, to watch for later, that's all well and done, that's all fine, But if it be for entertainment, like movies, Look, I gotta catch up on this movie. I gotta catch up on this TV show. I gotta continue playing the game. You know, whatsoever that's not, of great importance. It's best that you examine yourself. Okay, check yourself. Okay. Once again, this is why we gotta pray for attention span. Not only that, but examine yourselves. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Prove your own self. No, you're not your own self. How that Amashak Yahushai is that is in you, except ye be reprobates. So check yourself. No. Look, I'm gonna go off right quick. I'm gonna scroll on TikTok. I'm gonna scroll on Instagram, rather than sticking to the lesson, the live that's happening and taking place. Okay, that edification. Okay, so once again, examine yourself, check yourself. Okay, keep under your body. Bring it to subjection. Okay, 1 Corinthians 9:27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself shall be a castaway. Okay? So examine yourself, check yourself when you do these type of things. Once again, this way, once again, you have to pray. If you lack that attention span, ask for it. Ask Yahweh Yahushai, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Say Salakia for doing the BS that I just did. That didn't really matter in all importance. Okay? And not only that, you come in the lives, sometime the lessons, okay? You the sit downs, the street preachings, and what do? You say shalom, okay? As long as I say shalom, I can just go do whatever I want to do now. Okay, you dip out, and what we see these things, okay, we're not stupid. Okay? If you're doing that, once again, check yourself. You just come in, just say shalom. You see the live, you don't stay. You don't buy with your attention span. You don't buy, okay, with your time, like it was committed to do. As long as I say shalom, boom, you dip out. Look, once again, if it be for something important, and so forth, it's all well and done. But if it's for you to continue playing the game, you see the live pop, pop up, you see the lesson pop up. What do? You scroll past it. I'm gonna watch that later on. Okay. I'm gonna continue watching this movie. I'm gonna continue watching this TV show. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Okay. Playing this game. If if it's family time, spending time with the wife. Hey, we understand these type of things. Important things. Things flowing out. These type of things. Whatever it may be. What's important. Okay. But what if it be something important or something unexpected happen? We understand. Okay, we understand. Okay, these type of things have happened and took place to us as well. Okay. But what we're not talking to you, Akims and Aquas, doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. But you who you are, if this is what cutting you through the spirit, and keep watching this movie, keep watching this TV show. I'm gonna say shalom and I dip out and I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do. When I could have just sat down a little bit and give my attention and give my time. Okay, to Yahweh, I'll show you how much I'll real quick. Okay? Okay, the same live lesson. Okay, you leave that video, that lesson, whatever it may be, it could be to what your benefit. For your own good. Matter of fact, let's grab it. It could be to your benefit, your own good. Okay, converting you, strengthening you, comforting you, warning you, okay, exhorting you, feeding you. Okay? 1 Corinthians 7:35, and this I speak for your own profit. Okay? Now that I may cast a snare upon you for that which is comely, that you may attend upon the Lord without distraction. Once again, pray for what attention span. It's easy, for the attention span, to disappear and so forth. So pray and ask for it, and you'll receive it. Okay. So once again, 1 Corinthians 7:35. Matter of fact, let's go to the. So bear with me. Paul speaking, and this I speak for your own profit, for your own benefit, for your own good. Not that I may cast a snare upon you, okay? But for that which is comely, that you may attend upon the Lord without distraction. Paul speaking what to the help the believers, not to trap them. Okay, that lesson that that live and so forth that you may have left for entertainment. Okay. It was what to your own benefit and your own good. Not to trap you. Okay. Put a snare upon you, like you're doing something wrong. But just examine yourself. Say, hey, hold up, what am I doing? Now that this just popped up, maybe this is something I've been looking for. I may have been seeking. This may be something I asked a long time ago that I might receive upon this lesson. Matter of fact, let me just add to my, let me add to my notes. Okay? Let me add to my learning. Okay? Let me get some edification. Okay, I'm not doing anything better right now. These type of things, he wants the people, for you Israelites, for you so-called Latinos, Native Americans, so-called blacks, to live proper in an honorable way, to let you serve the Heavenly Father Yahweh without things that distract them. Once again, for your own good, for your own benefit. Okay? These type of things. Not to put a burden on you, not to put a snare upon you. Okay? But let's read it again. 1 Corinthians 7:35 once again. Let's read it again. Let's see, let's check it out through the Spirit. The translations. I'm saying this because I want to help you. I am not trying to put restrictions on you. Instead, I want you to do what is right and proper and to give yourself complete to the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh service without any reservation. Okay? For your own good, for your own benefit. Okay? I'm saying this for your benefit, not to place restrictions on you. I want you to do whatever will help you serve Yahweh Yahweh best with a few distractions as possible. Okay? Okay? So next time you know you want to scroll some entertainment, okay, okay, you know you pass, okay, you set aside the lives, the lessons, and so forth. Remember this, okay? That lesson, that life, that what that apostle, that elder, that bishop, the sincere brother, Bretons on down is doing. It is for your own good, your own benefit. Okay. Let's see. And then we're gonna continue. 1 Corinthians 7:35. Now I say this for your own benefit, not to restrict you, but to promote what is appropriate and secure undistracted devotion to Yahweh Yahushua Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Okay, when you leave that lesson, that live, you leave like you're supposed to. And it was for your own, benefit, your own good. Okay? You wouldn't know that, look, wait, this is what I've been seeking. This is what I prayed for a while back, and it just, the Heavenly Father just now revealed unto me. He just sucked with me. He just shared that secret, that mystery with me. Wait, I just got edification upon this. I just learned this. Wait, I'm able to add to the arsenal. Hold on, I'm able to add iron sharpened iron. I'm able to sharpen my iron. So once again, this lesson, this live that I almost skipped, that's what I was lacking. These type of things. And remember, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is always speaking. And knowing he may very well be what's speaking to you. The Heavenly Father what speak once, yet twice, but what man perceive it not. Let's grab it. Okay? I hope you've seen it through the Spirit. And bear with me. Barakazai, Lord willing. This is, edifying, truly edifying. Job 33:14. For power speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceive it not. Okay? And the Heavenly Father can be speaking through that lesson, through that live, through that apostle, elder, bishops, and the sincere brethren on down. Through that lesson, okay, that you may have set to the side and so forth. Remember, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Once again, examine yourself. Keep under your body. Because what matters is when you are alone. Okay? We can be our worst enemy. That's why we bring our body under subjection. Okay, what you do when nobody's looking, that matters the most. Or you put it in that effort, okay, to be saved and delivered. Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and what making your calling. Matter of fact, let's grab it. It's Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Make your calling and election sure. Okay? 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. Fall. Okay? Saying you'll watch it later and setting it to the side. Okay? Because you still have the internet and so forth. You still have YouTube. All these type of platforms and so forth. Soon come all these things, all these platforms. Okay, this word is true. It won't be available no more. Okay? So once again, make the best of it. Get it while you can. Get this word, get this true while it's hot and on the plate and it's serving. Okay? There is a such thing as too late. And remember this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be what your stability, the stability, okay, for the days and the times to come. So Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. These scriptures, okay? So get everything, get every little thing that you can, okay, as possible. And what did the apostle say? Apostle Torah, if I'm not mistaken, the beloved. He said, "What you miss one day, you miss what a lot. That thing you may have set aside, it may have been a new prophecy that just took place and happened. A new warning that the bird is given, a new comfort, a new exhortation, a new edification, okay? A new converting, a new strengthening, a new feeding, okay? And it's all to your own good and your own benefits. Remember, you have to buy this truth by way of your intention, your time, okay? Isaiah 55, 1-3. Ho, everyone that thirsted, come near to the waters. Okay, these words that I speak unto you, they are life and truth. Out of thy belly shall flow rivers of living water. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You will never lack, you will never be without having it. And ye that had no money, come ye and buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money, without price. Wherefore ye spend your money for that which is not bread, and your labor which is satisfied not. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear, and come unto me, hear it, and your soul shall live. These words that I speak unto you, they are true, they are life. Life, roughly paraphrasing. This would nourish you, keeps you stable. Okay? Okay? These words. Incline your ear, come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. Okay? No. So once again, next time, let's be really important. Or, you're doing, we understand, we see, and so forth. But if it be for what? Entertainment. For you to just leave the lesson to just scroll on TikTok for a little bit. Scroll, okay, on Instagram, all these type of things, playing the game, which there's nothing wrong to do these type of things, and so forth, Once again, what did Paul say? I don't want to put a burden on you, like I'm restraining you and so forth, a rule. But next time, examine, check yourself, where was I through the Spirit? By with your attention to time, still I can't slip my mind. Where was I? Still I can't slip my mind. But remember, with your attention, your time, okay? Okay, yeah. So next time, so next time, you see a lesson, you ignore it or scroll past it, whatever it may be. Let's say to be important and so forth. Try to set that movie, try to set that TV show, try to set that game to the side. Once again, there's nothing wrong and so forth. But once again, get it while it's hot. Okay? Get it while you have it. It won't be out. This wisdom, knowledge, and truth and understanding won't be out here for too long. So once again, if any of you lack anything, what ask, and what is that you ask and pray for? That attention span. You know, that attention span. So pray and ask upon it. Okay? James 1 and 5, once again, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask power. That give it to all men liberally. Ask Yahweh, El Shai, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given to him. Okay? Pray for that attention span. For you Akims or Aquads. Okay? Okay? And that's about it through the Spirit. You know, it just now came to me. And what Abarakazai, Lord willing, this is edifying. Okay? So once again, pray, ask for that attention span. Okay? And shalom.